This is the Podcast Lab. Subscribe now and never miss an episode.
Diving deep into personal finance today.
Sounds good.
We've got a bunch of resources to pull from.
Okay.
A YouTube video on financial literacy. A podcast outline covering the basics of personal finance.
Okay.
And an article from Ramsey Solutions, more on the basics of personal finance.
Makes sense.
So our goal today is to kind of get a solid grasp on personal finance fundamentals.
Sure.
And discover some actionable tips you can use right away.
Yeah?
So wherever you are in your financial journey,
Yep.
no matter where you live, this should apply.
For sure.
Even though one of our sources is from a Canadian creator, the core principles apply.
Totally. The basics are the same everywhere.
Okay, so first things first. What even is personal finance anyway?
That's a great question.
Mhm.
It's about the choices we make with our money.
Okay.
Earning, budgeting, saving, spending, investing. It's all connected.
Yeah, it's like this big umbrella.
It is.
But why does any of this stuff even matter?
It matters a lot. How you manage your money really impacts so many things.
Like what?
Stress levels, relationships, your ability to achieve long-term goals.
You know what I remember from high school economics?
What's up?
Supply and demand curves, macroeconomics. But none of that taught me how to budget for rent and groceries
Yeah.
while still having fun money, you know?
It's like they skipped the part that's actually relevant to living.
Seriously. And then after high school, so many people have to deal with student loans.
Exactly. And nobody prepared us for that.
Totally.
Personal finance is like taking those economic principles and figuring out how they apply to your life.
To your goals, your specific situation.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's break it down.
Okay.
Starting with earning income.
Okay.
This YouTube video outlines 7 different income streams.
7.
Wow.
It's not just about a 9 to 5 anymore.
Right.
What do you think about that?
I think it's great. It challenges the time for money mindset.
Yeah,
Especially passive income can create financial freedom.
exactly. And speaking of passive income, one of the streams that stood out to me was royalty income. Oh, yeah. We think about musicians, but it's broader than that. Right. Anything you create that can continuously make money, books, designs, online courses.
Even franchise ownership.
Yeah. So maybe write that novel, design a product, share your knowledge online.
That initial effort could lead to ongoing passive income.
It's a pretty cool concept.
It is. It is.
But income is only one part of the picture, right?
Yeah, you could have all these different income streams.
Right,
And
yeah.
still struggle.
If you don't manage your money well.
Exactly. That's where budgeting comes in.
It's like having the best paying job and just pouring water into a leaky bucket.
Exactly. It just won't stick around.
And then you've got nothing.
This podcast outline recommends the 50-30-20 rule for budgeting.
Okay, what is that?
So 50% of your income towards needs,
Okay.
30% towards your wants, and then 20% towards savings and debt repayment.
Okay, that sounds like a good framework, but how do you actually put that into practice?
Well, there are some great budgeting apps out there.
Oh, yeah. That can track your spending, help you stick to a budget.
I see.
Apps like Mint and Y&E connect to your bank accounts and categorize everything.
Oh, wow. So it does it all for you.
Pretty much. There's also Coho.
What's that?
It's a reloadable prepaid card that actually lets you earn interest as you save.
Wow.
Yeah, they have this new feature called Coho Save that's coming out.
That's pretty cool.
It's really innovative, I think.
It's like getting a bonus for saving your money.
It is. And it reminds me of the pay yourself first principle.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
You automate those savings transfers as soon as you get paid.
So you don't even see it.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got income, we've got budgeting.
Uh-huh.
Now let's talk about investing.
Okay.
This YouTube video made a great analogy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't use a sports car for grocery shopping, really.
True.
What do you think they meant by that?
I think it highlights the fact that you need to use the right tool for the job.
Okay.
The right financial tool.
Right. So a regular savings account is good for short-term stuff.
Emergencies, vacations.
Well, for long-term stuff like retirement,
Yeah,
you need to invest your money where it can grow.
precisely. And that's where your risk tolerance comes in.
Yeah, what's that?
How much risk you're comfortable with.
Makes sense.
If you're just starting out, your employer's 401k is a great place to start,
Okay.
especially if they have a matching contribution.
That's basically free money.
It is. Don't pass that up.
For sure. The video also talked about different approaches to investing,
Okay.
self-directed versus using a robo-advisor.
Right. It depends on your comfort level and how much time you want to spend on it.
So with self-directed, you're picking individual stocks and stuff.
Yeah. You do your own research.
Okay.
which can be good if you enjoy that and have the time.
What about robo-advisors?
They use algorithms to create a portfolio based on your goals and risk tolerance.
Okay.
It's more hands-off.
So you don't have to do anything.
Well, not as much. They rebalance your portfolio and everything.
But it's kind of like a virtual financial advisor.
It is.
Now, the YouTube video also mentioned TFSA and RRSP.
Right, those are Canadian retirement plans.
Okay.
In the U.S., you have IRAs and Roth IRAs.
Oh, okay, so similar.
Similar concept. They offer tax advantages for retirement.
That's good.
It is.
So no matter where you live, there are options for investing.
Yep.
The key is to start early.
And be consistent.
Okay, let's move on to debt management.
Okay.
The YouTube video had another good analogy.
Let's hear it.
Just because you can buy everything at an auction doesn't mean you should.
True.
What do you think they were getting at there?
It's about being mindful of your spending, understanding the difference between good debt and bad debt.
Oh, yeah. Can you explain that?
Sure. Good debt is an investment that's likely to grow or make you money.
Like what?
A mortgage for a house, student loans for a degree that leads to a higher paying job.
Okay, I see.
Bad debt costs you money and doesn't give you much back.
Like credit card debt for unnecessary things.
Exactly. Or personal loans for things that quickly lose value.
Gotcha. What about paying off debt? The Ramsey Solutions article recommended the debt snowball method.
Yeah, that's a popular and effective method.
What is it?
So you list out all your debts from smallest to largest,
All right.
regardless of interest rate.
Okay.
You make minimum payments on everything and then put all the extra money towards the smallest debt.
Okay.
Once that's gone, you roll that payment amount into the next smallest debt.
So you're gaining momentum.
Exactly. It helps you stay motivated.
Okay, so speaking of debt, we have to talk about credit scores.
Okay.
Ramsey Solutions had an interesting take on this.
They did. They focus on building wealth, not just credit.
Yeah. What did you think about that?
I think it's a good point. Sometimes focusing on credit can trap you in debt.
Okay.
They suggest considering whether you really need a credit card
Hmm.
or if something like a reloadable prepaid card would be better for your goals.
So it's about choosing the right tool.
Yeah, what actually aligns with your situation?
Makes sense. Okay, last but not least, protecting yourself financially. The YouTube video really emphasized insurance.
As a way to protect against hardship and debt.
Exactly.
And I couldn't agree more. The right coverage can protect you from financial devastation
Yeah.
if something unexpected happens.
Like an accident.
Exactly. Illness, a natural disaster. The Ramsey Solutions article goes into detail about different types of insurance to consider.
Okay, like what?
Auto, health, life, homeowners or renters, disability, long-term care, and even identity theft protection.
Wow, that's a lot to think about.
It can be overwhelming, but remember, you don't need to get every type right away.
Okay.
It's about prioritizing.
And building your coverage as you go.
Exactly.
Okay, so is there anything else we should think about when it comes to protecting ourselves financially?
Definitely. We also need to talk about estate planning. Estate planning, not the most fun topic,
I know, right?
but it's so important
For sure.
for protecting loved ones and making sure your wishes are followed.
Yeah, if something happens.
Right. And it's not just for wealthy people or those nearing retirement.
Okay.
Everyone should think about it.
Gotcha. So what does it involve?
Well, estate planning is all about making decisions now to avoid issues for your loved ones later.
Okay.
It's things like creating a will.
A will.
Yeah, which outlines how your assets should be distributed after your death.
So basically a will makes sure your wishes are respected.
Exactly. And besides a will, there are other tools like trusts,
Okay.
which can manage assets for your beneficiaries,
Yep.
and powers of attorney, which lets someone you choose make decisions for you
Okay.
if you're unable to.
Like financial or healthcare decisions.
Right.
So it's like having a plan in place for the future,
It is.
both for your stuff and your healthcare.
Exactly. It can save a lot of stress and heartache down the line.
Yeah, for everyone involved.
Right. And you can always update it as your life changes.
So it's not just a one-time thing.
It's an ongoing process.
We've covered a lot of ground today, from earning income to budgeting, investing, managing debt, and even this, estate planning.
It is a lot to take in. But remember, personal finance is a journey, not a destination.
Yeah.
You don't have to be perfect.
Yeah, I like that.
It's about making progress and learning along the way.
Small steps, right?
Exactly. And remember, there's no one right way to do personal finance.
Okay.
What works for someone else might not work for you.
Makes sense.
It's all about finding what aligns with your own goals and your circumstances.
Yeah, finding those strategies that work for you.
And being adaptable, too.
Oh, yeah.
because your needs and goals will change over time.
That's true.
So be flexible.
Speaking of adapting and evolving, let's circle back to budgeting for a second.
Okay.
We talked about that 50-30-20 rule.
Yeah.
How do you make budgeting work in real life? It can be hard.
I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that budgeting is about deprivation.
Limiting yourself?
Yeah, but that's not true at all.
So it's not about saying no to everything fun.
No, a good budget actually gives you more freedom
Oh, how?
because you're making conscious choices.
About your spending.
Yeah, so you can prioritize the things that are most important.
So it's about being intentional
Exactly. Rather than just letting your money disappear.
without realizing where it went.
Right. The first step is awareness.
Okay.
Track your spending for a month, however you like.
App, spreadsheet, notebook.
It all works. Just get a clear picture of where your money goes.
I like the idea of a money journal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it can be fun and creative.
It's all about becoming aware of your spending patterns.
Okay, so you can see where you're overspending maybe
Exactly. Or where you could cut back
to free up more money.
for your goals, right?
Okay, so once you've got that awareness, then what?
Then you set SMART financial goals.
Oh yeah, what are those again?
Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound.
So not just like, I want to save more money.
Right. That's too vague.
Something like, I want to save $5,000 for a down payment in 2 years.
Exactly. That's a concrete goal.
It's like creating a roadmap.
It is. And this framework applies to any financial situation.
Whether you're just starting out, paying off debt, saving, whatever.
That's the power of understanding personal finance.
Gives you the tools to take control.
Of your well-being, yeah.
We can't forget about the emotional side of money, though.
That's so true.
Our financial behaviors are often tied to our past experiences.
Our beliefs, our fear.
It's not just about numbers.
Yeah, we all have a money mindset that shapes our relationship with money.
So how do we deal with that baggage? You know, the stuff that weighs us down.
Sometimes it helps to seek guidance from a financial advisor or a money coach.
Okay.
They can provide advice, help create a plan, hold you accountable.
Like a financial cheerleader,
Yeah,
keep you motivated,
exactly.
and help you see those limiting beliefs you might have.
Right.
Speaking of limiting beliefs, I was thinking about something from the Ramsey Solutions article.
What's that?
Generosity, they mention it briefly.
Right.
But I think it's an important part of the conversation.
Absolutely. Generosity is often overlooked in personal finance.
But it's crucial for a healthy relationship with money.
It is. It's about recognizing that money is a tool to make a positive impact.
Yeah.
Whether that's supporting a cause you care about, helping someone in need.
Or just being more generous with your time and talents.
Exactly.
I love that. It's like shifting from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset.
It is recognizing there's enough to go around.
And that giving actually creates more abundance.
It's a powerful concept.
It doesn't have to be about huge amounts either.
Right. Small acts of generosity can make a big difference.
And it feels good to give back.
It does.
Studies even show that it increases your own happiness and well-being.
That's true. Win-win.
Before we wrap up, I wanted to share a tip.
Okay.
The 30-day rule.
I've heard of that.
Anytime you're tempted to buy something non-essential, give yourself 30 days,
Okay.
especially for big purchases.
Makes sense.
Write down what you want, the price, the date,
Okay.
and then wait 30 days before actually buying it.
Such a simple but effective way to avoid impulse purchases.
Yeah, make more intentional decisions.
It is.
Oftentimes you'll find you don't even want it after 30 days,
That's true.
or you've had time to think it through.
Be mindful and deliberate with your spending.
This whole deep dive is about that, right? Empowering you to make informed decisions.
Absolutely.
Align with your values and goals.
It is taking control of your financial future.
Create the life you want.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And remember, you don't have to do it alone.
There are resources out there. Financial advisors, money coaches.
Even online communities.
Lots of support.
So as we wrap up, I hope you're leaving with a sense of empowerment.
And clarity.
Financial literacy is a journey.
Ongoing journey.
It's about making choices that align with your values.
And goals.
What do you think?
It's about progress, not perfection.
Every step you take is a step in the right direction.
Exactly.
So, as you continue on your journey, here's a final thought to consider.
Okay.
How would your life be different if you were financially free? What dreams would you pursue? What impact would you have?
That's a good question.
Let those questions guide your decisions.
And inspire you.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
He is great.
We'd love to hear your takeaways, your aha moments, any questions.
Yeah, share them with us.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep making those money moves. Wow, we've covered a ton in this deep dive, from budgeting basics to the ins and outs of investing, even estate planning.
It's been quite the journey.
It has. So I'm curious, what's resonating with you most from everything we've discussed so far?
You know, it's fascinating to me how all these aspects of our financial lives are so interconnected.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Earning, spending, saving, investing, giving.
That all play a part.
It's like threads in a larger tapestry. You can't separate them.
Yeah, like a financial web. You tug on one part and
The whole thing moves.
Exactly. So a holistic approach is key.
It is. It's not just about numbers and crunching those.
Right. There's more to it.
It's understanding the psychology behind our financial decisions.
Our emotions, our mindset.
Exactly. Remember we talked about those money mindsets?
Yeah.
Sometimes our beliefs about money can really hold us back.
Without us even realizing it.
It's like we're on autopilot, following these invisible scripts.
Like financial patterns we learned growing up.
Yeah, from our families, our culture.
But the good news is
We can change those scripts.
you can drive them.
Exactly. Challenge those beliefs and create a healthier relationship with money.
More intentional, more empowering,
It's about awareness, making conscious choices,
that align with our goals.
and our values, for sure,
It's like taking control of your financial story.
and writing your own ending.
Yeah. Realizing that we have the power to shape our financial futures.
Do. And that's where financial literacy comes in.
Gives you the tools
Which
and the confidence to navigate this whole world of personal finance.
it can feel overwhelming sometimes.
It can. We actually got a great question from a listener. They asked, if you could give one piece of financial advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Oh, that's a good one. You know, if I could go back in time,
Yeah.
I'd tell myself to start investing early.
Even if it's just a small amount?
Exactly. Compound interest is powerful.
It really is. Time is your best friend.
The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow.
Plant that seed and watch it flourish, right?
Exactly.
I wish I had known that sooner, too.
Yeah.
If I could give my younger self advice,
Yeah.
it would be to not be afraid to ask for help.
Oh, that's so important.
There's no shame in reaching out to experts, mentors, people who know their stuff,
It's true. It's a journey.
and you don't have to figure it out alone.
Right. We try to do everything ourselves sometimes.
But there's so much value in learning from others
Surround yourself with people who can support you, guide you.
and even challenge you to grow.
Absolutely.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I hope you're feeling empowered.
And inspired.
Remember, financial literacy isn't about perfection.
It's about progress.
Making those choices that align with your values.
Your goals, your dreams.
Celebrate those small wins along the way.
Every step counts.
No matter how small, it's a step forward.
It is.
So keep learning, keep growing, and keep making those money moves.
Couldn't agree more.
And remember that final thought we talked about.
Okay.
How would your life be different if you were financially free?
What would you do?
What dreams would you pursue? What kind of impact would you make?
Let those questions guide you.
As you continue on your financial journey.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep striving for financial well-being.